Hello everyone, and welcome back to another manga chapter review. I am the Rat, and this is The Rat's Nest. Today I'm joined by Kyle. Say hi, Kyle.
Chainsaw Man, the anime is out.
That's so true. We're here reviewing episode 1 of the Chainsaw Man anime, except we're not, because we're reviewing chapter 106, the aspect of Chainsaw Man that has been very much overshadowed today for a multitude of reasons.
Understandably so. And I'll say this, not only, and actually this to Brandon, and this wasn't a bad, this is by no means a bad chapter. It's just, hey, I describe it as the in-between, in between the calm and the storm. It's bridging the gap.
Not every chapter can be, absolutely insane and whatnot. You have to have the lower, it's a fine chapter. I mean, it's not one of those, it's like, yo, this literally kissed my penis. It's not like that, right? It's just it's a fine chapter, and I'm looking forward to what happens next. So, you want to just get right into it?
Yeah, let's get right into it. So, from the last chapter, we see Asa and Yoru walking through the alleys. They're having a discussion about what's going to happen tomorrow. Well, first thing Asa's saying is, "It's my fault. Yuko made the contract with the devil because of me, didn't she?" And I explained this to Brandon, and a lot, it's a fictional trope that it's always sad whenever a character is like, "Oh, I'm gonna murder all these people for you," and then it's like, "Well, I never wanted that. Yeah, they bullied me, but they don't deserve to die. Why? Don't go to such a drastic degree because you think it's what's best."
Yeah, and then yours just like, "Well, yeah, of course she did. She said she did." And then, Asa being in denial is like, "How do you think she'll get rid of the bullying problem?" And then you're being based as per usual goes, "She wanted you to stay away from school. Enough said." That's supposed to mean, why do you keep asking? You already know. You're gonna kill the classmates. Yada yada. I have to stop her, talk her out of it. Obviously, she can't do that. I will say Asa's mindset is very normal here.
Yeah, where she's like, "I want to talk this out. She doesn't have to do this." I'd say it's more like optimist versus realist, where she's like, "Okay, maybe there's a chance where we can resolve this without having to fight or kill." And you was like, "No, someone's gonna die."
Yeah, it's very interesting to see this clash of their personalities, where we've gotten to see. Clash might not be the right word, but
No, I was gonna say, saying clash implies that they both have equal force. When in the next page, she just says, "How will you go back when your body belongs to me?"
Based as per usual. Still going through, you aren't talking Yuko out of anything, we'll kill her at school tomorrow. So this is Yoru being the dominant personality of the two, which I think recently we haven't really seen that much. I think recently it's been more Asa as the primary personality here.
Yeah, there really hasn't been an opportunity recently, though, for her, because we've had a lot of, after the Bat Devil, or after the second Bat Devil encounter in Chainsaw Man, we focused a lot on Denji, and recently we focused on Asa and Yuko's relationship, or the breaking of their relationship as of now. So now we're back on track for Yoru's objective, where she wants to get into the Devil Hunters Club to find Chainsaw Man, or just hope, she wants the fight to happen to lure in Chainsaw Man.
Yeah. Or even if it doesn't, then she's like, hunting her will get us into the Devil Hunter Club. Yoru has everything to gain from this situation. This is honestly pretty perfect for her.
Yeah, it's still, even if he didn't show up, it still furthers her Yoru's objective. Either way, one would just be more preferable than the other to have him actually show up. But even if he doesn't, that's still a good thing for her to get into the club.
Yeah. Besides, we can't let a human know about me and live. Now, can we? I'm staying in control until Yuko's dead.
And then we get the bonfire, guys. Look, the name of the chapter, Bonfire.
Is the chapter named Bonfire? I didn't pay attention to that.
I wonder what it is that she's burning.
I know what it is that she's burning that's in her backyard. That's crazy.
Yeah, it looks like a person almost.
So I'll save you soon, okay? I'll kill all the bad guys for you, just like Chainsaw Man. We saw in her introduction that she's a big Chainsaw Man fan. Is that coming back here? I like to think so.
And then we get these crows that are flying, which ominous. Ominous.
I'm off to school. She can't walk. Her legs still hurt, but she's going back to school. Kyle pointed this out on the sign here. It says Fujimoto Transport. That's nice. If I wrote something, I'd definitely put my last name, which I'm not saying, into it somewhere. Going through, she takes the bus. Oh, you're running late today. All right, we get to see the school. Just some very nice establishing shots. I mean, the art is very good. Yuko's just walking through. She notices Yoru, and then nice to meet you, Yoru. I will say it is very weird to have a character like talk to and acknowledge Yoru.
Yeah, because for the most part, the only one who's been able to so far is Asa. But I guess when you can read minds, it's kind of hard not to notice that.
I see. That's the reason you're going to hunt me.
Oh yeah, so this confirms that she can just freely read minds on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had theories about as to if she had a trigger or not. No, I mean someone else I talked to about it said, nah, she probably doesn't have a trigger either. Which, yeah, but it was fun. It was fun to theory craft while we could.
And then we're here with a classic Fujimoto 4 panels per page, Goodbye Eri style. Looking through this is very interesting. Like, I don't know if this is just like Fujimoto was like, oh, this would be cool to do, which is entirely possible for him, or if it has some greater meaning of like someone is looking in on this. Maybe it's meant to signify that us, the reader, are looking into it, or maybe we're just meant to listen to the song. I don't know. I'm just going to listen to the song on this one. If it ends up having greater importance, I suppose it has greater importance, but I'll try not to read too much into it. It's just very cool. I'm amazed that Chainsaw Man goes to our school. I will say, must have been a bitch to redraw.
Yeah.
It's kind of a letdown, though. Hey, having Chainsaw Man around doesn't stop bullying. I guess he'll only kill devils. So then we get a pause. So I wonder if Yuko wasn't bullied herself. I wouldn't know why. I mean, she's poor. We haven't seen her parents. I mean, I don't know if it's implied that she's orphaned, or maybe it says somewhere. But she doesn't live in a nice part of town. So she could be bullied because of that. And that could be maybe why she gravitated towards Asa in the first place, is because she saw Asa getting bullied. And she saw them as equals.
Yeah, like very well could be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a theory as to it. I think. I mean, she could just be stopping to like reflect on what's about to happen. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Because if she pauses and then says, "Move aside, Yoru," like she doesn't. She's pausing and then saying that, which I truly believe that she doesn't want the fight. Like in her own mind, she's convinced herself, like, I don't want to fight Asa / Uryu because they share the same body. Like, I don't want to fight. I just want to do right, at least what she thinks is right, by just killing the bullies.
Yeah. And then Yoru being based as per usual. You're planning to run as soon as you killed your target, so since Devil Hunters will show up if you take too long. Can't beat me if you fight anyway, so I can read your every move. So be very interesting. It's what is that? There's a stand like that in there that lets you, like, is there a stand that lets you read minds or see the future? I mean, other than Epitaph.
Oh, I thought you were making a bit about it. No, okay, like Atum. Spoilers for part 3. So Atum can like read the minds with yes or no questions. Like, is he gonna throw a right hook? And you could see like yes, and you could predict that the right hook is gonna happen. So there are stands, or like Dragon's Dream too. More spoilers where not even like seeing the future, but you can just predict like good and bad things. Sorry, minor JoJo tangent aside. Yeah. I thought, it'd be really funny as to like fighting. You're not a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, but people who watch Yu-Gi-Oh will know this, because in the original Yu-Gi-Oh, there's Yugi goes up against a guy named Pegasus. You know who Pegasus is?
Oh yeah, I know Pegasus.
So Pegasus, this whole thing in season 1 is he has this thing called the Millennium Eye that lets him read minds. So what Yugi does, because he's like Yami Yugi and then Yugi Moto, they're in the same body. So whenever one of them sets a card face down, they do this thing called the Mind Shuffle, where one of them will play a card, they'll swap out. So even if he goes to read the mind, he can't see what the card is. So it'd be cool if in the middle of fighting, Yoru freely let Asa, like, they swap back and forth so she couldn't predict their movements. That's just a crackpot theory of mine. I don't know if it's going to go that route, because I don't think Yoru would trust swapping with Asa. Because again, if scared, she can't take back over. But
that's an interesting thought.
Yeah, it's just food for thought as a Yu-Gi-Oh fan.
I wonder if it would be really funny. Denji comes in and she tries to read his mind, and she's just like, "What?"
It's just porn, and then as
As he just cleaves through, yeah. I like Asa, but I hate you. Now, I think that this is Yuko maybe to herself, rationalizing killing Yoru. Maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe she's just is like, I'm going to injure her to a point where she can't hinder me anymore.
perhaps we'll just have to wait and
Yeah,
see.
we'll just have to see. And then she transforms, cracks the glass. I wonder if that doesn't maybe have to do with like the words being behind the glass in that one panel. I don't know.
Again, it's Fujimoto, man. As according to the Chainsaw Man OP, the man likes his movies and could be a reference to something we aren't picking up on.
He does. And then we get, of course, the final panel. Yoru facing down Yuko in her Justice Devil form with the brain cylinder up top. It's a really cool form, honestly. I really like it.
Yeah, whenever I first saw it, it just looked like someone opened up a can, shook out like the brain in it, and just put it on her head.
Yeah. It's a very solid chapter.
Yeah, good chapter. I mean, you know, the best news. There are three things with Chainsaw Man that we've learned, and honestly, this chapter is at the bottom of the barrel. We had the anime, we had this chapter, and then we had learning that Chainsaw Man's weekly for a bit.
Yeah, at least for one chapter. We have a chapter coming out next Tuesday, which, boy howdy, can I tell you, I am so excited for. And I reading this, I knew this chapter was shorter. I was like, oh, maybe Fujimoto is just made this chapter shorter, and we're gonna have an extra long one with the fight in 2 weeks. But seeing that it's weekly now, I'm like, hey, that's awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be great. He's got some good stuff cooking. Going forward, I've seen some thoughts that Dennis isn't going to fight Yuko.
Not yet. I mean, I feel like, okay, look, if anything, I feel like they would probably, I could be wrong, it's Fujimoto. I can't predict what the Mad Lad will do. I feel like if anything, that would be something to save for near the end of part 2. If not the very ending, like somewhere near the end of part 2. Or like at least
Dennis finding Yuko?
Yoru. Sorry, that was a Yoru.
Yeah. No, I was saying, I don't think that Dennis is gonna fight Yuko just yet.
Oh, Yuko. Well, I mean, again, who knows? This could be just Yoru soloing Yuko.
It could be. It would also be an interesting vessel to have Asa and Yoru realize, like, oh yeah, Dennis is Chainsaw Man.
Maybe Yoshida could show up and help.
Yeah, that's another thing I saw. You saying that reminded me. Yeah, people think that Yoshida is going to show up and help, and he's going to actively prevent Dennis from attacking the devil.
Yeah, and I mean Yoshida. There's no way Yoshida doesn't know that there's something up with Yoru because they swap bodies, like the scar thing. He's not stupid.
Oh yeah, definitely he knows. What else? I think I'm still looking forward to seeing Nayuta. I don't know when she's going to come up, but I think she's going to come up eventually, probably. I'm very much looking forward to that. And yeah, Can you think of any last things to say, Kyle?
Chainsaw Man episode 1, the anime has come out.
God, the opening and ending is so good. We're going to be recording an episode review of that eventually, and it's going to go up eventually. So be on the lookout for that if you watch this. This video is either going to get like 200 views or 3, and all 3 of them will be me. So if you're me at the end of this video, hi me. If you're one of the 200, hello. It's good to see you. I'm glad you could come and watch this. Any final thoughts, Kyle? I think I already asked you that. I don't know. I'm a bit tired.
You did. Good chapter. I'm excited to see what happens next chapter because I hope that next chapter is the fight, or at least the start of the fight between Yoru and Yuka.
Yeah. So if you're this far in the video, obviously there's something you like, so make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment telling us how correct we are on every opinion we've ever uttered in our entire lives. Check out Goobers and Screen, link in description, book club, currently going through Hunter x Hunter, which is coming back soon enough, and we might do chapter reviews for that somewhere because that'd be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to that coming back.
You mean doing like 4 chapter reviews until it goes back into hiatus for 4 years? Yeah,
exactly. And then we got Bleach coming up after that. So we hope you all enjoyed, and we will see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.